And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The view of downtown Detroit is seen from the riverfront on a beautiful day here in the Motor City. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Hunter. Jones is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Young, and it's Reddish in at the 2 spot. And for the Pistons, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you just begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. Exactly. So we need to make some changes.
Drummond finds Griffin. Over Parker. Griffin's shot is off.
Hey, yo, get on JP.
Parker against Griffin. Parker's shot is off. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. It's Drummond, top of the key. Dishes it to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Here's the teardrop. Here's Drummond, and the shot goes in. Drummond's got his team on the board to start the game for the Pistons.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Young, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Rose passes to Kennard. Griffin with it. Lets it go from the wing. They get it back. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Here's Reddish. That shot off the mark. The Pistons go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
2 shots. Nice on the first.
That free throw, no good.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and that's been giving some defenses fits.
And he's good on the second.
There's some unique qualities to the play of Blake Griffin, a big with incredible handles and passing skills who can still throw it down.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 25-point game against Milwaukee. Parker's shot is off.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Brown the pass to Rose. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Jones. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Young with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Shot's good from Young. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Detroit leading by 3. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Lloyd Pierce. David.
Well, Kevin, he gave me some broad strokes regarding the game plan. He said we want to work the ball into the paint, high percentage looks, and then get to the foul line if we can. We'll see how they try to accomplish that throughout the game. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Now, here's Rose. After the miss from Andre Drummond. Another shot. And it's laid in by Rose.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 5. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
It's stolen by Jones. Griffin against Parker. And stolen by Drummond. Outside Griffin. Passes it to Kennard. Rose looking around. 5 on the clock. And the layup is good.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Moment now to see the numbers for Drummond. Averaging about 18 points per, 16 rebounds, then just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brown outside. Griffin looking around. And Jones sends it back. And here comes the break. Reddish dishes to Jones. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Griffin. Kennard, the pass to Rose. Good D by Parker.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Pass to Jones. Pass to Parker. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown the pass to Griffin. Here is Rose, covered by Parker. Rose against Young. The pass to Drummond. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. The Hawks making a switch here. Len's checked in. That one misses. The Hawks trail by 4. Parker surveying the floor. Passes to Len. Young for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 10 points. And it's Rose with the ball for Detroit.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Kicks it to Reddish. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. We'll see what he can accomplish.
And he makes the first. For the Pistons, Markieff Morris is checked in for Griffin. Doumbouya comes in for Bruce Brown. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Derrick Rose. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Andre Bembry's checked in for Hunter. Both shots good from the stripe. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Now, here's Doumbouya. After the miss from Cam Reddish. Offensive rebound, Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Bembry, following the bucket by the Pistons. 5 to shoot. Here's Reddish. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. The Pistons leading. Here is Frazier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drummond with it. He kicks it to Doumbouya. Up top, Frazier. Guarded by Len. Offline with his 3.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Reddish. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Young. 10 points for him. He dishes it to Parker. Banked in off the glass.
Jabari absorbing a lot of contact on that play, and then a nice soft touch on the difficult shot.
Pass to Drummond. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And here's Young. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Kennard kicks to Frazier.
Hands up!
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's Doumbouya in the corner. Here's Kennard. Buries it from three-point range. And it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Tipped away. Parker inside. Frazier covering. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Pretty calm in the paint there from Jabari, taking his time and getting the shot that he wanted.
Pistons leading by 4. Here's Kennard. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. The dish now to Drummond. Lobbed up there for Drummond. A rebound by Young.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Here is Frazier. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Frazier kicks to Kennard. Tries again. And another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the first one drops. Langston Galloway's checked in for Detroit. And both free throws good for Drummond. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Now Young. He's got 10. There's the triple. Doesn't go that time. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Galloway. Morris trying to free himself up. Galloway, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Now, here is Young. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Frazier the pass to Drummond. The kick out to Frazier. From the arc. He's off on that one. Andre Drummond has been on display for the Detroit Pistons. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 2. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta. Bembry out there with Trae Young. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Fernando in at the power forward position. Here's Galloway following the basket by Trae Young. And it's in there.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. A quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
Dishes at the Len. Here's Young. He can't hit that time. The Pistons go the other way with it. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Young passes to Fernando. Frazier against Young. Good D by Drummond. Pistons leading by 4. Frazier scanning the floor. Pass to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. Frazier against Young. A nice shot by Frazier. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Young finds Turner. Here's Fernando. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Frazier. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Drummond. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Trae Young. 3rd in assists, 7th in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. So it's the Hawks now, after the basket by Detroit. Here's Bembry. Yep, that one goes. Bembry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. Frazier outside. There's the pass to Wood. Three-pointer. The shot by Frazier, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. Griffin's checked in for Andre Drummond. Bruce Brown comes in for Doumbouya. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Tim Frazier. Damian Jones is checked in for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for Young. Now here's Turner. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Hunter. Hawks passing it around. A floater, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
Nice job by Evan Turner that time. Never backs down from getting hit, and a good job of getting to the free throw line on that possession.
Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player,
Superstar,
but
right.
you know the role that he had for
Yes,
the
I
teams
do.
that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. And Jones sends it back. Turner looking around. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Rose. For Atlanta, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jones. one drops. He ties it up. The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Knocked loose. Turner with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively, and it's Turner finishing it off.
That's impressive for Turner to get up off of the deck so quickly there. Nice vertical shown on that dunk.
Turner against Rose. To the inside. Galloway with the bucket. Galloway's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Bembry kicks to Turner. Pass to Fernando. A three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Brown against Turner. Pass to Rose. "18 feet out." Count that one. Rose has got 6 points.
And Rose always looking for his offense, and why not? He can put up points in a hurry.
Bembry the pass to Jones. Out to the right wing. For the three, Fernando. That's good. He's got 5.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
The pass to Wood. Kicks to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And Griffin playing with heart. Like how he slams that one home. Right now dominating in the paint.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Jones has it in the corner. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Reddish is checked in. Here's Turner. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I know he seems to play constantly in second gear, but that's the comfort zone where Evan Turner can get the damage done.
Rose dishes to Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Brown. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Blake Griffin hits them both. The Hawks trail by 3. Turner with it. 6 points for him. Parker, right side. Just 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
So you draw the defense into you deep, and then you wait, and then you get confident down low to draw contact.
The Hawks have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And 72%
break.
on the year.
Take a break.
I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
First one falls for him.
Parker playing for Coach K in college. He's got that pedigree as well as a great attitude.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Kennard. Morris outside. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. His first shot coming late. Off the left rim and out.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Now here's Rose. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Griffin, a 3-ball. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Rose against Turner. Rebounded by the Pistons.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Outside Rose. Sinks that one from the post. Rose has got 8 points.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside Turner. Back to Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
And here's Rose. 8 points for him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Some teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best. In the 3rd spot, the Pistons.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Hunter. Here's Parker. And he hits it to tie the game up. He's got 9.
A guy that size with that kind of handle that can get to those spots on the floor, Jabari Parker could be problematic tonight.
And the wide open shot from Morris gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking the page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Turner against Brown. Hunter takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And there's the pass to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Rose. Here's Morris. And Jones sends it back. Turner against Rose. And Turner kicks to Reddish. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Turner against Rose. Passes it to Morris. It's stolen by Jones. Reddish the pass to Hunter. That one good for 2. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Poked away. Outside Rose. Lock at 6. Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Turner against Rose. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Turner. Turner's got 5 assists tonight.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. That one goes. Count it.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Reddish kicks to Hunter. Hangs in the air. And Turner with the lay-in. Turner's got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
To the paint. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Parker out, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks. Tight game tonight, Dwayne. How do you break this thing open in the second half?
Well, number one is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was Andre Drummond who got hot in the first. He had 16 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Kennard is out there with Rose. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's Reddish. That shot, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Rose against Young. Rose passes to Griffin. A miss that time would have put him up. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Rose. 18th in shooting percentage, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays. He misses the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Kennard. He kicks to Griffin. Pass to Brown. Here's Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. Drummond trying to get himself free. Can't capitalize inside.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Rose.
The mentality of Trae Young, shoot first, shoot often, keeps defenders very active, in this case, too active.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
The first one falls. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball, you can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Hunter. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Reddish. 4-point game. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The 11-footer, and there's Hunter on the assist by Parker. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Hunter.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's now go to the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. See the league's top assist men. In the third spot, Trae Young.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
And the first one at the line is good.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The 5th pick in 2018, Trae Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Wood, he's checked in for Griffin. Doumbouya comes in for Brown. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. There's Galloway. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Down low. Here's Drummond. And no good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Now, here's Hunter. Defense right on him. That one's not going to go.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
There's Galloway, defended by Young. They get it again. Here's Drummond, ejected by Len.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
That ties it up. And that's 13 points for Parker.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the pass to Dumboy. Back to Galloway. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Galloway's got 7.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
To the middle. He'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Young.
Trae Young looking like one of those young players who on a nightly basis gives you something you haven't seen before.
Pass to Drummond. It's deflected. He dishes it to Dumboy. Galloway kicks to Kennard. There's the three. The offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Alex Len picks one up. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Shoot 2.
And that one misses. Jim Frazier's checked in for Luke Kennard. Good on the second free throw. Here's Young. 20 points for him. Pass to Len. Here's Bembry. Here's Young. Again, the Hawks score.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Frazier outside. Pass to Drummond. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Drummond's got 9 points here in the second half.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Atlanta calls timeout. Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
Here's Bembry. Now the pass to Fernando. Kicks to Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Trae Young in this game is playing completely in control and taking advantage of defenders being overly aggressive.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. And he knocks down the first one. And so Young nails them both. And it's Frazier with the ball for the Pistons. Passes to Galloway. Pass to Drummond. Rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Len. No points in the game yet for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Fernando. He kicks to Hunter. From deep three-point range, Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Galloway. He gets that one. Galloway's got 9. The Hawks trail it. Now Young. He's got 24. Goes up to the stripe. Good as the jump shot falls.
I just think anytime Trae Young finds some daylight, he starts to think about looking towards the rim.
Frazier the pass to Doumbouya. Here's Wood. Here's Drummond. Len grabs the board. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Inside, here's Fernando. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Galloway, the pass to Frazier. Wood kicks to Galloway. Frazier outside. The dish to Drummond. Rebound by the Hawks. Young's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bembry. And he lays it straight in.
Timeout.
Bembry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Morris is checked in for Detroit. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Turner's checked in for Hunter. Pistons trail by 4. The pass to Wood. And here's Doumbouya. Morris inside. Len on him. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good for Morris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks leading. Young taking his time here. Count that one. Young's got 14 points here in the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
There's Galloway. He's got 9. No block shot. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got 10 points in the game. And it's Frazier with the ball for Detroit. They trail by 6. Here's Galloway. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Dumboya dishes to Galloway. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Young with the ball, and it's good. 2 points. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Young with the steal. Shot goes in. Young's got 32 points.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Passes it to Wood, and here's Dumboya. He feeds it to Morris. Shoots over Len, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Dumboya. And that's now 7 points for Markieff Morris. Now, here is Young. He's got 32, and that one drops for him. And the Hawks lead by 10.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Galloway. 1:53 left to play in the third. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Wood. Brown comes in for Dumboya. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Frazier. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Reddish is checked in, and he can't hit the second. And the big contract for Evan Turner entering its final year. Greg making over $18 million. Is he in line for a raise, you think?
Maybe not a raise, but he still remains a useful player. Never the most efficient scorer, but his rebounding and passing are what carry him.
And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. In the corner, it's Galloway. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Galloway has got 12 in the game.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
A shot by Reddish, no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Down low, here's Griffin, and the layup's good off the glass. 11 points in the game.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
To the inside, Fernando. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Draws contact on the shot.
And Griffin's such a special talent. He connects on those difficult finishes time and time again.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit.
One shot.
That's good from Blake Griffin. The Hawks leading by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Young against Rose. Young with the ball. 37 points for him. Clock at 6. Let's go. That one off the back iron and out. And we've reached the end of the third. Hawks lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pistons trail by 7. On the court for Atlanta. Parker out there with Turner. And it's Young. Then it's Reddish. And it's Jones in at the 5. Here's Kennard. Pass to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Young, here we go. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 39 points for Trae Young.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Morris passes to Rose. Here's Griffin. And Jones sends it back. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. It's stolen by Jones. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Back to Griffin. 6 to shoot. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Blake Griffin is still very, very strong, and that solid foundation and base is helping him on the inside.
Jones finds Parker. Over in the corner, Turner. And the pass to Reddish. From deep. That one, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Reddish grabs the rebound. Atlanta leading by 9. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And yes, it's good. Reddish has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Kennard. Right side Griffin, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Reddish. And Young with the basket on the assist from Jones. Young's got 41.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Rose. Passes it to Griffin. Over Young. With the putback. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 27 points.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Young against Brown. Shots good from Young. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Rose, and Jones sends it back. Rose against Young. They double him with Drummond. Young passes to Jones, and Jones slams it home.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Rose kicks to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rose with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Count it. Here's Reddish. And it's Parker at the elbow. Pass to Young. He's looking for Drummond and Tim. Outside Rose. Pass to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Drains the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Rose. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Rose finds Drummond. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose? Able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Off the inbound, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Now here's Reddish. Yep, it counts. Young's got 45 points.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Rose against Young. Rose passes to Brown. Now here's Drummond. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. And Drummond kicks to Brown. The Pistons rebound. That's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Drummond. And both free throws good for Drummond. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 10 points in the quarter.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Brown outside. There's the pass to Kennard. Rebound, Atlanta. Parker's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. You know, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And here's Rose following the three-pointer from Cam Reddish from 12 feet out. Rebound, Atlanta. Hunter's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Reddish. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ray, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
And Atlanta has possession following the three by Detroit. Out to Parker. Detroit with the rebound.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Kennard, the pass to Rose. Left side, Griffin. 6 to shoot. Drummond trying to get himself free. Pulls in another board.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Here's Young after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Parker outside. Stripped away. Here's Kennard. It's blocked.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
On the wing, Jones. Dishes to Reddish. Clock at 6. Young's shot is off. Pistons trail by 17. Here's Rose. Here's Kennard. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter. Now Young. Outside, Jones. He dishes it to Reddish. Young against Rose. And it's Parker in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one.
Liking to pull the trigger from that spot. That one got off pretty quick.
Now here's Griffin. The feed now to Rose. It's good. Rose has got 20 points. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Atlanta leading by 15. Young dishes to Parker. And Young, here we go. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Drawing a foul down low. Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
first free throw is good. The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Detroit Pistons. Round kicks to Rose. A minute 20 left in the game. Feeds it to Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon. Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Rose after the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Rose in the post. Excellent D there from Parker. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Jones, the pass to Reddish. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.